Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to video message number 29.
Let's smack it in the ass.
What's one move in bed that makes a man go crazy every time?
Oh, you gotta give him that huck and spit on that thing. You get me?
Oh, that's nice.
Listen up, the ratings just came in for last month. We are number one. We just grabbed every key demographic. Super duper. That's nice. Way to go. Neato, gang.
Yes.
Boy, that is good news.
It is the 26th day of September 2024. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Power Trip Morning Show. Chilly start out there feeling good. Hope you're feeling good on a Thursday morning. We got the great Tommy Olson coming in.
I pulled a parish.
You pulled a parish?
Sorry.
The light's not working out there?
Hey, how you doing, buddy?
Gross. Put that down. Anyway, what is it? Thursday, Tommy, no Benjo today. Fargo Flash, Parker Fox, Cast of Thousands. Let's get her started. You want to come back in here? Here's some comedy from Dan Cummins on the Power Trip Morning Show on Thursday. Come on in. I'm glad you're here.
I have had a good day. I saw somebody slip and fall so hard. I felt like I owed him money. Like, whenever I see somebody fall, my first instinct is definitely to laugh. There's some rules when it comes to, like, falling and laughing. Like, you see somebody fall down a flight of stairs and then get up, laugh. You see somebody fall off a building and then not get up, don't laugh. You don't want to be that guy. You see somebody fall off a building and then get up like it never happened, really don't laugh. You do not want to piss off Chuck Norris.
Good to know.
Wow. Don't you hate it when that happens?
Line is waiting. Fate is on your side.
Jeff, look at this thing.
You hear the distant thunder. There's lightning in your stride. For the warriors. Never giving up the lead. To take it to the top. There's only one winner. You're never gonna stop. There's only one winner to take it to the top. Got your eyes on
Power Trip Morning Show, Thursday, September 26th of 2024. I'm Corey Cove. That's Chris Hockey. That's Meat Sauce Paul Lambert. There's Max. You said no Ben today. And kids screw up everything, right? They're financial drains.
That's the truth.
Yeah. Ben's got to do something with his kids. Oh, gosh. Oh, man.
Yeah. Well,
A lot
yeah.
of
He's got so
excuses.
many in so many states. You know,
Yeah, he
that's a hard
does.
thing for him. So
We don't even know if they're the ones here.
No, he's got hoes in different area codes.
that's what he said.
Talk about it.
And I think today's the day he checks in with every one of them. And, you know,
Yeah.
that's a lot of long distance calls. I mean, to
Yeah.
be honest with you.
Why
know?
doesn't he just do it on Father's Day?
That's a good point.
Make that the one time he checks in.
Yeah.
Yeah, just have the meet and greet like Nick Cannon does.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's
Good
what he does.
point.
Yeah.
So Ben's got what? The 3 local kids, right?
Right. As far
He
as,
is
well, I mean,
8 in San Diego.
I know that,
Is it 8 now?
I think it's 8. Yeah.
right. I know that he's got the 2.5 in Kansas.
2.5.
Right.
Yeah, there's one he's not sure of. It was either him or Larry Brenner.
Larry Brenner.
Yeah, he used to be a sales guy here. I don't know why that name came to mind.
How do you guys feel about this opening bit? Do you feel like this is going anywhere, or should we start over?
It's
it's
not
going
up to
somewhere?
us.
It's up to the improv gods.
Yeah, that's right.
So, should we keep going? You've done improv.
Yeah,
Should we
once.
keep going down this Ben having multiple kids bit, or should we just kill it?
I think we go down the Larry Brenner aisle. I'd like to know more about Larry.
Good dude.
I saw a bunch of former employees last night at
Did you?
Greg Alexander's going away party. There were
Yeah?
a bunch of former iHeart employees
Was
there.
it good?
Sure.
Cool.
Yeah.
That place was sweet.
Yeah, that place
Where
was
was
sweet.
It was a Nouvelle. It's the
used-
old Pig Ate My Pizza back in the
Oh,
day.
yeah, gotcha.
Which
Okay,
was
cool.
excellent.
Yeah, right. What a great name for a restaurant, by the way. I
Yeah.
always like that.
And there's still pigs everywhere.
Yeah. It's the people that
That's
own Travail.
mean.
Travail, right.
Real mean of you to say that.
What,
Yeah.
pigs everywhere? Like I
Yeah.
said, there was a lot of former iHeart employees.
Oh, my God. Jeez.
Oh, my God. He had the worst case of diarrhea last night.
You couldn't make it?
No, I mean, like, just questionable at every moment.
That sucks, man.
Just,
Did you eat those overnight oats again?
no, I've tossed those in the river.
It's over for those.
Yeah.
River.
Yeah. I went over to the St. Croix,
Yeah.
tossed them in there.
You go to the casino?
No, I did not. No, I'm taking a break from the old casino.
The old Gasino.
That's right, yeah.
The Gasino whales, though.
It does, man. It's pretty whaley.
Yeah. Well, good for you. I'm proud of you.
Hey, thanks, baby. Thank you. And if you're wondering, Belly's feeling a lot better this morning. Thanks.
That's good.
So overnight oats lasted essentially one time?
Yeah, that was
sitting. Sitting, SITTING.
There are people in the Ukraine who are having better days than I am.
Really?
When it comes to that oats day, you know what I mean?
Just mortar shell dropping, God. Just like,
Yeah.
God, at least I'm that Chris Hockey.
Yeah, that's what they said. That's there's a poster of me. You think you're having a bad day? At least you're not this guy.
Well, I can verify Rosie was at the party last night, and that's why he couldn't make it to the Lynx game.
Oh,
Well, he missed a good one.
was there?
He missed a good one.
He was at the party, so yeah, and I think that was what I saw him about 5:45, which means you can't make it from Robbinsdale to Target Center by 8:30.
Well, you have to drive by Target Center to get home.
You know what Rosie said, though? You had me at pig.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
He did show up, though?
Yeah.
Oh, good for him.
Weren't you there, Sussy?
Yeah, for about 10 minutes.
Oh.
How come you were only there for 10 minutes?
Did you go to the Lynx game and watch him whoop that ass?
I went home and made dinner for my wife.
You went what now?
Went home and made dinner for my wife. But I did see that Greg Swedberg gave a really nice speech.
Yeah.
And my favorite part was
When he said your name?
that part. And then when there were people in the crowd standing about a foot from him that had to be shushed from having a full-on conversation while Greg was speaking.
Yeah.
Were they speaking to somebody else or?
They were just having a conversation
Really?
in the middle of the speech. The speech was like 3 minutes.
Common was there?
Rosie? Brilliant. No, Common was not there.
Rosie was playing the hits.
Oh, really?
yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Was his bowling partner there? Is that why he showed
Sure,
up?
she was there.
Yeah.
Man, that's a pretty girl.
You joined that team, and you played the whole
What was
time.
it called? The I Heartbreakers?
Yeah, that's right.
You played the whole time.
I sure did, yeah.
How many times did Rosie show up?
He went once.
Oh, I wonder why.
He broke his arm in half.
Oh, right. Oh, wow. That's
Patting
so
himself
weird.
on the back.
Well, didn't that same lady drop out as well, so he stopped showing up?
That has to be a
I think that's
coincidence.
a complete coincidence.
No.
Who knows?
Who knows?
Where the cold.
Thought you had one card left.
Yeah. Poor Roser.
Yeah, poor Rosie. But you know what? I joined the team. I stayed on the team.
Good for you.
That's what I did. I wasn't good. I wasn't invited back, and that was not a joke.
What do you mean you're not good? I thought you were a year away from being a pro bowler.
I am.
Oh.
I just haven't put that year in yet.
Oh.
Yeah, I am. That's right.
Got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sauce, you did miss when they walked around and gave everybody free ice cream.
Well, that's okay.
Boy, that might be the reason that I had such a sick belly. I just cannot do dairy anymore. It's over for
man.
me. It's over for me, Johnny.
Yeah.
It's over.
If I can't have string cheese and ice cream, what's the point of any of this?
That's kind of what I was thinking to myself last night. Yeah, right.
Was it?
I'll tell you
I
what.
had to be
I'll tell you what he
great
eats.
ice cream, right? Yeah. It's a town in Montana.
Billings?
Butte. It wasn't a good joke.
Yeah. I feel like now we should just go back to the Lieber having kids bit.
Here's the problem. I'm not sure Gutter Helmet's going to sponsor this.
Oh, yeah. This is sponsored by Gutter Helmet of Minnesota, gutterhelmetmn.com. Never clean your gutters again.
I think what we should do in the future, instead of just having Gutter Helmet sponsor the first segment, we should have them sponsor the first segment that you knock out of the park. And if it's the first one, great. Well, today, we'll have to be a little patient.
But some days we never have
like
them
Mini-Me when he goes to
sponsor
the
the
hospital?
segment.
Well, then at the end, like Chris and I can be like, hey, it
That's
didn't
real
work out
funny.
today, but Gutter Helmet would have brought you one of the segments.
Oh, yeah,
We'll say it like that if you go 0 for 10.
Yeah, and maybe we can highlight the segment like at the end of the show. Say, remember when Sauce was good that 1 minute?
Yeah.
Boink.
And that would have been brought to you by Gutter Helmet, you know?
Yeah, that works for me.
Okay. Let's run that by him.
All right.
Just say, you sure you want the first one? Sometimes we open up with a bit and it doesn't go anywhere. And then we just kill 10 minutes until Tommy gets here.
Yeah. Where is Tommy?
Am I just saying what we do out loud?
Yeah,
Probably.
kind of. Yeah.
Man.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
I think
Am I just
Thomas
giving
is
away the
coming.
blueprint? Yeah, I'm pretty sure he is. Lieber's got family duty, but everybody else I think is here today. Flash is here, right?
Yeah, yep.
Tommy,
Lieber's
Tom
got the runs.
Pelissero on the phone,
.com Tomer,
Parker Fox.
the park.
We had a chance to talk to Kevin O'Connell yesterday, so we'll do our KOC
Oh,
press
yeah.
conference in the 8 o'clock hour.
Yeah.
He's just, you can feel it, man. That dude's glowing.
Yeah,
right? He's
he
the
loves
favorite
us.
on
Yeah, I
DraftKings
thought
to
he
win
was pregnant.
NFL Coach of the Year.
You thought he was pregnant?
They're
He's
3-0.
He's horny?
Glowing.
Hey,
Again, Gutter Helmet,
probably
not
horny, too.
sponsoring your listening.
Man,
Not this segment, at least.
you have a hard time with stuff.
I do.
Oh.
Anybody going
okay.
anywhere in the next week?
I'm going somewhere in a month and a half.
Oh,
Would you
yeah?
like to hear about it?
What did you ask, though?
Are you anybody going anywhere in the next week?
Yeah,
or so?
I'm going to Vegas in June for the World Series, June and July.
I'm going straight to hell if I don't change my ways.
No. Like next week.
Next week I'm going on vacation too, but I'm going to Las Vegas in June.
Oh, I didn't. Okay.
I'm going to Las Vegas with June Carter Cash.
Isn't that what you asked?
No. I just asked like next week when I have to put together.
Then why would I say what I'm doing in June?
Inside jokes, radio for 5 people. I love it. It's my favorite.
Yeah.
Just trust me, guys. That's funny.
But again, everybody knows. Even if they don't get the
Everybody
joke,
knows.
everybody knows what
Yeah.
we're doing.
Right.
Yeah, we're
Or who the target is. Even if they don't get the joke, they don't even have to laugh. It's just like,
we're just savaging Rosie.
somebody right now is in their car going, what are these guys even talking about? I don't know, but they're probably ripping Mark Rosen.
Doesn't
Yes, you are correct. Again, yes.
Nailed it.
Again.
Nailed it. That's right. That's it. Yeah, fun stuff. I like ripping Rosie.
Yeah, it's my favorite thing.
I like standing up for him when he's here.
Yeah, it's the best. That makes the bit even funnier.
Well, he's not going to be here next week because next week he's going to London for the Vikings. But he is going to Los Angeles in about a month and a half.
Do you know what he's doing when he's out there, Maxo?
Yeah, I've heard.
What's he doing?
I think he's going to the Lakers game. Just throwing out a hypothesis. not that he's told me 4
Poor
times.
Maxo reached his breaking point the other day. If he comes in here and tells me he's going to the Lakers game one more time,
It's like I'll just be like, "Hey, Rose." He's like, "Yeah, I'm going to Lakers game, Wolves opener." It's like I asked how you were doing today, though.
That is Corey pointed out yesterday. It's a month away.
how are you? There he is. Tommy's
And
coming
that
in.
wasn't the question.
No, correct.
I got to give credit where credit's due, by the way, because I was listening to last night.
That was Barrero.
Yep. And Gerdsey said something funny.
Jesus, Tommy.
Oh, what happened?
His shorts are basically a diaper.
Come on, dude.
Turn to
That sounded like just genuine disdain from Corey.
Those are so short.
He just said, "Come on, dude."
Pack it up, pack it in. Let me begin.
I'm sorry.
I like it.
The guy just wears work. I can see
Those,
your balls.
those truly just look like really tight boxers. They don't look like shorts. It looks like you forgot to put your pants back
those
on
your
after you worked out.
wives?
Yeah. Are your underwear by Muhammad Ali? Because those are some tight boxers.
My underwear are longer than the shorts.
I see that.
Yeah, I can
Your
see
wiener's longer than your shorts, brother.
No.
If I had any sort of a man part, I couldn't wear these.
Correct.
So what were you saying? Gerdsey said something funny?
I'm sorry, I was distracted by the penis I just saw. Yeah, you did. And
Gerdsey's the best.
Yeah, Gertie's the best. He's all time.
Gerdsey was doing top 5 at 5, and I had nothing to do but crap. So they were talking about Walls going to the Gopher Wolverine game, and Barrero said, I think in order to win the swing state, Walls would be willing to wear a Wolverines shirt, and Gerdsey said, I think he'd probably be willing to dress up as Wolverine. And Barrero was not listening.
Meat sauce?
Because I thought it was a very funny line. And the way he delivered it was much better than the way I delivered it. So I had to send him a text and say, that was a really funny bit. I want you to know. I'm laughing. And he goes, he's not listening. This is funny. So credit where credit's due, Gerdsey. Nice job. Good line.
Do you think they embrace the Wolverine? Because he's yellow and blue.
Sure.
That'd be sick.
Yep. Yeah, get Hugh Jackman to be an honorary captain.
Yeah.
Who are you taking?
T.O., come on, dude. These guys all week have been saying, please don't take advantage of Tommy on
Don't do
Thursday.
it.
I already
Tommy,
made a $50 bet with John Bonus.
Show me that smoke.
I went to the University of Minnesota. Tommy.
Do it.
That's like Rosie telling us he's going to L.A. What does that have to do with anything?
T.O., I'm a Gopher. I went there. I graduated from the U. You know I want the Gophers to win. I really do. I'm a Gopher. I get it. On paper, dude, this is going to be a slaughter.
Don't do it,
Right.
Tommy.
I have so many stats I can't wait to bring up to you in Fargo Flash. And they're not ones that you guys are unfamiliar with, but this
This will go over
rivalry
like a lead
is
balloon.
one of the most one-sided rivalries in the history of rivalries. I can't believe we have a trophy for something that's almost a guarantee. And how infrequently we stay within double digits, it almost never happens. And it's a 9.5-point spread.
Tommy?
Corey,
They're going to get slaughtered.
Good to see you too. What in the world?
I hope we win. I say you, but I hope we win on Saturday.
We
I do.
will. We will.
We're going to lose by 20.
Give me 20.
Well, I want to give you 9.5. It was. I think it's 9.5, right? It was 9 a couple days ago.
You got to measure it every now and then, brother.
Let me,
No, if you give me 12, 12.5, 13, 14, then I'm in.
what about the actual spread? Why can't I give you the actual spread of 9 or 9.5? It is
9.5, I'll do it.
Hang on, that half point might be pretty close. It is 9.5.
9.5.
DraftKings
How
says
about
9.5.
Core, since everything you just alluded to, the 3-minute rant about how bad Gophers are, can we just give me one more point? 10.5, I'll do it on the spot. Won't even think about it.
I'll meet
you know what?
I'll
I
meet
like
you in
it.
the middle. How about just 10 in case there's a push?
So there's a push?
Boom.
10 points because I truly think they're losing by
Yeah,
double
put a
digits.
C-
So if it's
book
10
it.
exactly, we'll push it.
Book it.
All right, what do you want to do?
See you now.
All right, $100. Tommy has the Gophers plus 10 Saturday at the Big House. $100. Man, I hope I'm wrong.
This smells like one of those games the Gophers play out of their minds, and then the rest of the season just S down their legs.
Yeah.
I'm not kidding you. That does feel like that kind of
I
game.
think it feels like we lose by 30.
If you think about the only thing, like they just beat USC, they're riding high.
Yep.
They just saw we got whooped by Iowa. You're hoping for them to overlook us.
Yeah.
That's what we're hoping for.
Brosmer hates the Wolverines as much as Tommy hates not showing us his nuts.
I just don't see that big of a gap difference, honestly.
Oh, Chris just saw a
Between
pretty
your
big gap.
shorts and
No, I'm telling you.
I saw the gap between his penis and mine.
I think we're gonna be fine.
Congratulations.
They're not. I don't think they're that good. I truly don't.
Well, we can break it down between now and when you leave.
Oh, we will.
That's Tommy Olson, more of the Power Trip Morning Show after this on the Fan.
Local band bringing you some music this morning. This is Further Adjustments and Wild Impulse. Get it on, both. Go.
I know there's people out there that never thought we'd make it this far, but always believed in us. It's like this.
P-Rod, the Prodigy.
I'm sure you heard it from your
You've heard him on
friends,
the
ain't best
Power
for
Trip
you.
quite a few times. Local
Sure they
music
tell
on
you
Power
when
Trip.
it ends, I won't be stressed for you.
This one's called Without Me. Up there's the main man. It's the best day of the week. Old Tommy O's. Here. What up, man? What up, T-Boy?
Hey, I have a movie recommendation.
Go on.
Hogs Daddy, I think you'd love it.
Well, he loves every movie.
Yeah, he loved cats.
Hogs Daddy, what'd you just call me?
What do you mean? Just when we come back?
Yeah.
I don't. T-Boy?
Yeah, I kind of like T-Boy.
Oh.
cash those tickets.
Mark it down.
Rebel Ridge.
Oh, I've heard that's really good, Thomas.
Yeah.
It's Rambo
Oh,
nowadays. It is so sick.
What's
Who's
it called?
who's
Rebel
the guy?
Ridge.
Who's in it?
I don't know. Good looking.
Yeah, the guy. He's
Don
been in-
Johnson's in it
Yeah,
from Miami Vice.
he's been in a bunch of things lately. This guy, he was on another Netflix show where he was like a spy, but he didn't want to be.
Yeah, he's super
Aaron
jacked.
Pierre. I have
Yeah,
no
super
idea
jacked.
who that is.
Yeah, Aaron Pierre.
Oh, the French coming up.
96% on Rotten Tomatoes.
It's so
Rebel
good.
Ridge.
Corey, you'd love it.
I would love it.
God,
No,
Rambo.
you would hate it. You would hate
really?
it.
God, Rambo films.
Yeah, that guy.
Oh, well, it's just like, yeah, they keep messing with him, and then he's like, I'm going to beat up this whole town, and that's what he does.
Yeah, the poster for Rebel Ridge says, their laws, his rules.
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah, that's what
It's
happens.
so great. And then there's like a love scene, too. It's great.
Go on.
Yeah.
It's like an 80s film, but now.
I've heard nothing but good things about it, Tom.
Yeah.
It's fire.
I
But
watched-
It's a little long. It's like 2.5 hours.
Yeah, I heard it drags at some parts.
Yeah. Lucky.
I like it. Looks good, T-Boy. Thank you.
Hey,
T-Boy.
how about program password? Do you guys listen?
Dude, I haven't heard it yet.
You
I've been
played
told to
well.
listen to it.
Thank you.
Yeah, you did probably.
I texted you afterwards because I listened to it a couple hours later on podcast, and I just said, I'm like, you can tell that you have the skill set. You just got to learn all the rules, learn the inflections. But I'm like, you had some solid clues, some really good guesses.
It
You
was
can
fun.
play a little
Yeah,
bit.
Crease
you were
was
great.
good.
He is good.
But you
yeah.
got a good base.
Thanks,
You're gonna be a player.
Yeah.
Fun, right?
It's fun.
You got your guys' walk off.
Yeah.
Was epic.
That was
And
cool.
Carly made a fatal error.
What'd she
Oh,
do?
no.
The final password was chef.
Yep.
And she said Kaysen.
Yes. he is.
Oh, yeah.
He has no idea who Gavin Kaysen is. He
Zero.
definitely does not listen to the Power Trip Morning Show enough to know that we talk about Gavin Kaysen a lot and have had him on a bunch of times. But he guessed Casey, which clearly he thought she said Kasem,
Oh, like
Casey Kasem, because he yelled Casey. And then Boyardee is the best password of all time, best clue of all time, and you just immediately say chef, and you guys dance like crazy. It was awesome.
It was great.
Carly made the mistake of assuming Common follows things.
Yeah.
He doesn't know who Gavin Kaysen is.
Right.
First time I was ever on with Common. Great guy.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
fun to talk to him.
MSC, look.
It was a good bit.
Spreading your wings.
You did very good.
Thank you. It was super
Good
fun.
job.
Yeah, it was great. Yeah, Gopher
Love that game.
Gopher game.
I got an idea.
What?
Common Man and T-Boy. New show middays.
Sounds like a dynamic duo. Common
like a show.
Man and T-Boy.
Sounds like a show Tommy's already seen.
Just change man to men.
Yeah.
You were saying something about the Gopher game?
Yeah, I was just going to say, I miss Saucy, but I'm happy Sauce went to the game. Got to take it in.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you right now, you guys, that atmosphere, I can't emphasize it enough. It was like the coolest night game I've ever been to. It was sick.
It looked awesome.
It was so
looked
much
awesome.
fun.
It looked awesome
And
until the second half.
I know. I don't want to sound like I'm begging everyone to come still because,
You got asked twice.
I know, but it was so much fun, and I just don't want people to not buy in anymore. That's my
Right, no, I get
That's
it.
my sadness
I get
being a
it.
fan.
Sauce, it's 3rd and 7, and you're on Iowa's 31. What do you do?
What quarter is it?
It's the 4th, and you're down 10.
Oh, you're down 10. You do a long delayed handoff.
What if it works?
I think we got 7 years of evidence, brother.
Yeah, thank you,
But-
Maxo.
But he's got a point. I mean, you take a chance. He's looking like a genius right
Sauce.
now. If it works, right?
It's early third quarter, you're down 30 to
30.
Michigan. Let's say this is Saturday.
Yeah.
You're at the big house, you're down 30
Yeah.
early second half.
Yeah.
And it's 3rd and 15 from the 50.
Yeah. Well, can I add to it? You start running the ball early in the first quarter so the score doesn't look as bad. You run clock in the first quarter.
That's the correct answer.
Yeah, that's what you do against Ohio State.
Or we beat them.
Solid rebuttal.
He's got you there.
That's what I'm saying.
You got him there.
Yeah. Hey, Hogs Daddy, you want to know something I remembered?
Oh, no.
Hell yeah, I do.
We have 250 smacks on 6.5 games with Carly and Sussy.
We
Yeah.
do. That's right.
Oh, with the Vikes?
Yeah.
Oh, that's free
That's
money.
right, man.
Remember at the time?
Free
we're like-
money.
At
Yep.
the time.
At this point now.
It's like, wow.
It's free money.
No.
Yeah.
Isn't it crazy? Who would have
money.
thought the Vikes were going to be this good?
Let's
It's
go.
insane.
Smack
6.5 seemed fair, right? Even optimists
Now 10
thought
and a half.
like 8 or 9 wins was the top,
Was the
right? It's,
ceiling.
if we can get anywhere near 500, because with 17 games it's an odd number. If you can get to 8 and 9 or 9 and 8, that's overachieving.
Big time.
Now it feels like that's going to be a massive disappointment.
If we don't win the North, I think it's a massive disappointment.
Well, like I said a couple days ago, you go 7 and 7 the rest of the way. If you're a 500 team the rest of the way, you're still 10 and 7, and you're going to be right there for the playoffs.
So cool. So cool.
Right? And based on their schedule, because we've already played, you could argue the 2 hardest games of the entire year, potentially, the Niners and the Texans. Schedule only gets easier.
That's what I'm saying.
I mean, sure, Detroit twice, Packers twice, including this week. Bears look like they're super beatable. I don't know. Schedule's pretty easy.
Yeah.
I feel like double digits is the minimum now.
Craziness.
I think Power Trip Bets did tweet that, is it in 10.5, the adjusted
10.5, yeah.
over-under?
Really?
Yes, sir.
So now, by definition, if you hit 10, that's on the under side, right? 11 is the over.
Is there an adjusted favorite in the North?
Let me look it up.
Hold on. I think he tweeted it yesterday, right before he passed away.
You think Betts is slanging it?
Like
He did on his birthday.
No, a big old...
Wow, what a weird thing to ask out of nowhere.
Probably, yeah.
He's a good guy. You gotta assume.
I bet he's got a huge slang.
Right? Talks Daddy, why are you looking like that?
I'm looking at a trailer for this new Demi Moore movie.
Oh, the one I was telling you about.
Around?
Oh, my God.
People are saying it's one of the grossest movies of all time.
Stacking them around.
Oh, my gosh, dude.
I forgot about that.
All right, Sauce, don't look it up. Don't look it up.
I'm looking at Demi Moore.
You guys can do this quickly, though, while you guys are watching Demi Moore do something.
Adjusted new winning.
Rank them 1 to 4 on DraftKings, most likely to win the NFC North. Go 1, 2, 3, 4.
Can we go 5, 3, 4, 2?
I gotta see this.
The Bears are dead last.
Can we do it together?
Yeah, work it out together.
I'd say Lions 1, Vikes 2, Packers 3,
Bears
4.
Yeah, I agree.
That's exactly the right answer.
Look at us.
The
Bears are
Detroit
terrible.
Lions are plus 145 to win the North. The Vikings right behind them at plus 195. And the Packers at plus 340. The Bears are plus 900.
So this is a big weekend.
Lay him down and smack him, yak him.
Falcons.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Are the Packers good?
Yeah.
We don't
really know yet.
We don't really know. That, Maxo, that is the correct response.
Y'all know.
They beat awful Tennessee.
You don't know me.
Sorry, Maxo.
Well, could you argue that about Houston and about the Niners? We don't really know about them yet either. We're just assuming
the
they're good.
Niners just aren't.
No, I mean, the Niners made the Super Bowl last
We know
year.
that they're both very good. I don't
Right.
care what
And they're
anybody
1
says.
and 2, and they have a million injuries.
Yeah,
Okay.
Right.
they'll
Everybody
be fine.
on the Niners
They'll
are
be
hurt.
fine.
Yeah, that was very
Lay
negative
him
of
down
them.
and
Sorry.
smack him, yak him.
I still think they're the best team in the NFC if they get healthy. But they're not
Yes.
ever guaranteed to get healthy, by the way.
That's
Everybody's
true.
like, well, when they get everybody back, who says they do?
And the hot rumor now is that
Thanks, that one guy.
CMC might be out for the year.
Right. That's why he flew to Germany to try to find
yeah.
some kind of procedure to get back faster.
And it's the saddest thing ever to see Trent not be Trent anymore.
Yeah, he's old and worn out.
washed.
You can tell he didn't work out once this
He meat sauced
offseason.
it.
And
Came
for
back
the
for the
third
Monday.
straight week, Brandon Ayuk got paid huge in the offseason, has done nothing so far.
Yeah.
Right?
Maybe
Jawan Jennings put up, 175 yards and three touchdowns.
3 tutties, man.
So if Brock's got fewer targets, right?
Yeah.
He's got no CMC, no Debo, and he's like, I guess I'm going to give it to Jawan Jennings over Brandon Ayuk.
Maybe
What's going on there?
Super Bowl hangover, maybe. I don't know. They just
How many?
Yeah.
How many
They're just
receiving
banged up.
yards do you think Brandon Ayuk has in 3 games?
It's got to be something like 40 a game or less, so like 120-ish.
I don't even. You're really good at this.
What is it?
119.
119?
He's 0 touchdowns because he's good at it.
You just have to do a little critical thinking and then do
I'm not
some
mad at
basic
you.
math. About 40 a
that
game.
was
He's not mad at you. He just said GD and
I did. Sorry, Diddy.
Front page sports after this on the Fan.
Yeah, good tune, man. Local music on the Power Trip Morning Show by The Evening Rig. This is the Steve McQueen's. I like this tune. And thanks to Derek for loading all these local artists in. Happy birthday, Derek. Our young man who is not an intern, but kind of is, comes in and hangs out, and he brought in some treats for his own birthday. So if you guys are interested in some treats,
Hell yeah.
there's treats out there. It's a good man, that Derek. Good dude.
There's an oatmeal raisin cookie out there made from overnight oats
Yeah, that's for you,
and
Alex.
raisins, which is also a
Yeah.
pretty
Yeah.
good diuretic.
Yeah,
right?
that's-
When's the last time you had an oatmeal cream pie?
That's a good question,
It's been a
T-Boy.
while. Oatmeal raisin cookies kick ass.
I don't know. It's always been a disappointment.
Really?
My whole life.
Your
Oatmeal
whole
raisin
life.
cookies
Keep
are
trying.
unbelievable.
No.
Yes.
Because you always want the chocolate chip when you bite into it every time. It's just sadness.
Well, you know what you're about to eat, correct?
Well, not when you're like in a rush and when you're a kid and you're just
rushing?
eating everything you can eat.
Well, there's
I
that.
heard that.
But the oatmeal cream pies, those are. I haven't had one in years.
We can make that happen.
Little Debbie, man.
Yeah, all Little Debbie
The
snacks.
Little Debbie's, right?
Yeah.
Nutter Butters, all time.
Great rapper.
I will always say that the most confusing thing to me is how good the tiny Little Debbie, what are those white cakes? Zebra cakes?
Yeah.
How good the little ones are and how bad the big ones are. They taste completely different. Have you guys
Agreed.
ever noticed that?
Yeah, that
if
is
you buy
true.
one of the giant ones at Holiday, they're not as good as if you buy them individually packaged
sure.
as the little ones
Sure.
in
Really?
a box. I don't know
Yeah.
why. They taste completely different.
Well, do you know we're at that time of year? 'Tis the season when the Christmas trees come out.
The Christmas trees will.
Let me tell you.
Golly, ma! Oh,
What about
my
the little
heavens.
ice cream Christmas trees?
Oh, elite.
God.
Lordy,
The
lordy.
Santa Clauses? Yeah.
Yeah, the snowmen.
Yeah, all
that's,
of it.
That's so nostalgic for me. That's most of the 80s.
Same. I love
Some of the
those.
90s.
Yeah.
Or the pretzel Christmas trees too.
The
Just
bar?
the pretzels.
Oh, sure.
Oh, all of it. I mean, we are.
Yeah.
Let's see here.
Can actually hear us getting fatter.
Yeah, it's going to happen. So what?
Right.
All right, let's do front page
Nothing a
sports.
shot
We got some
can't
stuff to discuss.
Am I
Thanks to our
right?
friends at Holiday.
You damn right.
Time now for Front Page Sports,
Thank you.
presented by Holiday Station Stores.
Holiday Station Stores, buy two, get one free for a limited time. When it comes to Red Bull, mix and match any flavors you want. Go get some energy, wake up at Holiday. You know, my dad is 86. I've mentioned it a time or two. He likes the twin scuttlebutt. The other day he goes, I've never in my entire life had an energy drink. And I'm like, don't start now.
Yeah, don't start. Now.
You're 86.
Good for him, right?
It changes his life.
Well, but you know, in
He's like,
fairness,
"Damn it."
in fairness, you know, Red Bull kind of energy drinks are only 25 years old.
Yeah.
What, late 90s, maybe right around 2000.
Yeah.
Is when they kind of got
2000-ish.
right around 2000. They kind of blew up.
And remember,
Before that, it was just Mountain Dew, right? Before
Yeah.
that, it was just sodas.
we all thought it was a weird taste, but then we all
At first, and you got used to it and
Yeah.
loved it.
97.
97, but I'm saying, when did it really blow up, though? I don't know if it was 97.
Wasn't it like Tony Hawk?
Because I was a junior in high school. We weren't drinking Red Bull when I was 17. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
When did it actually get super popular?
And
maybe a couple, 3-4 years after that?
Once those commercials started, I feel like
yeah.
with the wings,
and then
yeah,
Travis
that's what that's.
Pastrana, remember him? He
Yeah.
was all about
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Anyway, so it's not like he's 86 and has skipped it for 86 years. He's skipped it for the last
Well, I bet it
25.
I bet it was 0203 because that's all everybody drank was Red Bull vodka, or
Red
Red
Bulls,
Bull.
yep.
Yeah.
You guys
No
ever
doubt.
get a little extra tingly when you have an energy drink?
No,
Like,
I don't feel it at all.
No.
oh really?
You're talking to the wrong crew.
Not at all.
Yeah.
I just like the taste of it.
But you get do you know how when you drink alcohol?
Oh, sure.
And
I'm
you get
aware.
you get happy and warm and you don't get
Quiet
that feeling
Storm?
Nope.
with caffeine?
No.
Really?
No.
Or no movement or anything?
Relax.
No movement.
No.
The
trying to
Minnesota
delicately talk
Lynx
about it.
won their playoff series against the Phoenix Mercury. Nafisa Collier, 42 points. That ties a WNBA playoff record for points in a game. She scored 38 in game one.
Good for her.
She is the first player in WNBA history with 38 plus in back-to-back playoff games. The 80 points combined is the most in a two-game stretch in playoff history as well. So then moving on, and it might be over for Diana Taurasi, but the next, what are they doing? Sauce, did you see this? Connecticut
course
at
I
the
did.
Lynx, the semifinals. We're down to the Final Four. Connecticut at the Lynx, Sunday, 7:30, right during Sunday night football. So sure, the Vikings game is at noon. 7:30. Why are they playing on a Sunday? I don't get it, but it doesn't matter.
Yeah, during Bills Ravens.
I mean, no one's going to watch it. Pick
Rosie.
any other time but Sunday or Monday nights, right? Any other time. Monday afternoon, sure. Sunday at 10 a.m., sure. Tuesday, sure. Wednesday, sure. Thursday, not after 7. Just don't go up against the NFL and give yourself a chance. Now, I know Caitlin Clark's out. The Fever are out, so you've lost that anyway.
Yeah.
You've lost the super casual WNBA fan, but so maybe the argument is just once she's gone, then the niche is back to being niche.
Yeah,
I don't know. Anyway, congrats to the Lynx. They kicked some ass again, and they covered.
Did you
teams
go,
win,
Hogs,
great
Daddy?
teams cover.
No,
you had diarrhea.
I didn't feel good.
Yeah.
I was there.
Oh, yeah, Maxo.
Yeah, Rosie gave me his tickets. He,
Okay,
he
that's
couldn't
nice
make
of
it.
him.
Yeah, he couldn't make it.
That's nice of
He had to
him.
be at Greg Alexander's goodbye party, and that was until 8.
Wasn't the game at 8:30?
Yeah, and there's no chance in hell he actually stayed until 8 because I saw him there at 5:45.
You have to drive by his house.
I guess it's out of the way.
No, it isn't.
Hey, can I tell you something, Corey?
Yes, sir.
You, I mean, I'm not an old man, right? But I'm an older gentleman.
Older?
Right? Yeah, I'm 53 years old. Your dad was my age in 1991.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't that something?
Yeah.
I was thinking about, like, in regards to how long ago it was he was my age.
Yeah, my dad was born before World War II.
Yeah.
Yeah.
God.
Wow. 91's before I was born.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he retired in 95-ish?
That's a good run, man. Good for him.
Yeah,
Yeah, good for
30.
him.
I think it was like 35 or 30 something years at 3M.
Does he like
Careful,
hey,
careful,
okay,
careful,
be cool.
careful.
Is he like,
Yes.
what?
I was going to say
Careful.
chicken fingers. That's all I was going to say.
No, well, he
You
eats
were
like
gonna
a
say
normal
wiener.
human being. I mean, he likes chicken fingers like a normal person, but he does like quacks.
Jesus.
He gets the onion rings, though. He gets the onion rings. I still think, I do think, this is one of those, the power trip has good ideas, but this never follows through because we're tired.
I got one.
Because energy drinks don't affect us.
Jesus.
I do think I should do the bit that we talked about 2 weeks ago. Ask
Tickle
him
each
like a
other?
science question, right? In 86 to see how sharp he still is. Ask him a science question, but then ask him like, name any Prince song. Because he knows nothing about music. And I mean less than nothing. It's crazy that he's lived 86 years and music never impacted his life in any way, which is just strange to me. But it's him.
Yeah, that's interesting.
He's wicked smart.
Right. I could be like, how many light years away is the Andromeda Galaxy? And my guess is he can get very close. Name any member of NSYNC. No chance. No chance.
Really?
Oh, yeah. No chance.
Man.
Yeah, he's.
I should do that. And then we can gamble on what he knows and what he doesn't know.
Yeah, Lou in the box.
So
Cash those tickets.
Oh, good for Lou.
So if I live 33 more years, I'll live to the year 2057. Am I right?
Sounds like a made-up year.
Yeah.
You think you got that in you?
I don't know. It's a good run, man.
86 is a great run.
hell of a run.
And he's in good shape. I mean, who
yeah.
knows? He could go another 15 years or something. Who knows?
And how, again, taking care of yourself and being fortunate and all that jazz. Like, my father-in-law, right? He retired and like 2 years later, he had Parkinson's.
Right.
Right? It's the worst.
Worst ever.
Yeah, the worst. Good for him, man.
Well,
It's
so
the way to be. Good luck.
he was, Sauce, 42 when he had me.
Yeah,
That's the exact age
That's the
Sauce
age
is
I'll
when he's
be.
going to have his son.
I love that. I love that.
I will be. Let's see. I will be 60.
Yeah, when he graduates high school.
yeah. I think it's just
I'll be 44 and have a 2-year-old.
Good for you, brother.
Good for you.
I can't
man.
wait.
I'd love to do it
Best
all
ever.
again. I wouldn't change a thing. It was the best.
Thanks, Hog.
Yeah, Like, now you're like
I can't
comfortable and ready to do it.
Well,
Yeah.
those are the pros and cons of waiting as long as Sauce did, right? If you have a kid at 22 versus 42, 22 you have infinite amounts of energy compared to 42, right? You'd have way more energy to
Right.
Yep.
But you have no money.
Yeah.
You have
You're
tons of
scared.
stress. So Sauce is financially way better off. The kid's going to be way better off. Those kind of things make that part easier. But then you're like, God dang it, I'm tired.
Right.
Yeah.
You can
I'm
only,
42.
Yeah.
You can only put so many people on Lawyer Lambert's payroll, right?
Exactly.
Well, check this out. I mean, and this is, with all due respect, I hope this doesn't sound offensive. I don't mean it to be, but
No.
You finally found a woman willing to raise the child by herself. And I think that's the most important thing.
Where am I going?
Nowhere, but come on.
Again, it's a deal she signed up for.
Yeah.
She knows the clock's ticking. Let's hope it's another 40 plus years.
I hope so.
I didn't even mean that. He'll still be alive.
Yeah.
Oh, fair.
86 years old. Does he still drink?
Never drank. I think he said he got accidentally drunk a time or two in college, but he's just never been a drinker either.
What if you
Nope.
you got him an energy drink and he drank it? He's like, son of a bitch.
Yeah.
What about
What
missing
else
my
have I
entire
been
life?
missing?
Yeah.
He
He starts
starts
doing-
drinking, doing heroin, banging hookers. I mean,
Starts he can make it hard.
Well, how about this? And I think I've told this on the air a couple times, but he never smoked in my lifetime, but he grew up in the era where everybody smoked, right?
Sure.
So knowing him now, I can't believe he was a 1 pack a day kind of a guy.
Lucky.
But in the 70s, when he was at 3M, before I was born, him and another guy bet each other whether or not they could quit smoking. So it was a bet. I don't remember what the bet was. I don't remember what the stakes were. The other guy lost almost immediately. My dad never smoked again.
Good for him.
Off a bet.
Off of a bet.
Good for him.
He is your dad.
Well, again, my parents taught me how to add, or helped teach me how to add by teaching me blackjack. I've been gambling since I was like 2.
Yeah, that makes sense. What did he invent at 3M? Anything cool?
He was in the lab, I think, for like the first 7 or 8 years. And then after that, he moved into management because they just figured he was better at, like, I don't know.
Dealing with people.
Yeah, wheeling and dealing.
Yeah.
That was more of his skill set. And I'll say this again. I know this is a repeat story if you've been listening to the Power Trip for 22 years, but I love this. One of his things as manager is he wanted to spend his entire career without ever firing somebody. Right? That's why him and I are not the same. But he wanted to go his entire career without he never wanted to fire anybody.
Yeah,
he didn't want to be that guy.
Yeah, good for Lou.
But one of his final years at 3M, there was a guy that was using the company credit card to book hotels so he could bang like his side pieces. And charging 3M for the hotels, like during the day, by the way, like getting lunch and then going to a hotel at like 2:00 in the afternoon.
Is that a problem?
The guy was dumb enough to do it on the company dime, and my dad's like, "God dang it!" And he fired him.
That's tough. That's tough, guys.
Yeah.
Paying for the side piece with 3M money.
Good for
Can you
him.
imagine the difference between the meeting he had with that guy and the meeting I'd have with that guy?
You'd ask for advice.
I'd have been like,
dude, come on, man.
Completely get it.
Right. And walk out sad
But
like I fired you.
use your own money.
Yeah, what are you doing?
Is he still up in Chisago?
Yeah.
At your house you grew up in?
Nope. When my sister and I moved out, they moved across the lake. They downsized and moved across. So
Yeah.
he's got to be on the water though. He fishes.
Hell yeah, man.
Does he fish every day?
No, fishes a lot though. But at 86, it's harder to do.
I like how proud of your dad you are.
Yeah.
I mean
He's
that.
a good dude.
too.
I mean that. I think that's cool. It shows you have a heart.
super
for
cool.
us.
Yeah,
I
it's
think
one of the few
cool.
times you talk glowingly about another person.
That must mean I'm in it for the next segment.
My favorite part is when my dad fired that guy.
You do
anyway.
have a heart.
How do you write that up in the report?
Right, why you're firing him?
Yeah.
Yeah, that is true.
Reason.
And what if the guy,
The
you know,
bitches.
like I believe if you have a problem, like, you know, with like alcoholism, the employee can say, I have a problem. And then like the company, okay, you know what, here's some resources, go, can they do that for having an addiction to the V?
Yeah.
Jesus,
I think
your
you
mic's on.
can do it for anything, to be honest.
Is that right?
I think. I don't know. I think
Put
isn't
that
it
in my
super
pocket.
hard to fire
You
someone?
can't fire somebody if they admit to you they have a drug or alcohol problem.
But what about the V?
Really?
Yeah, there's probably ways
Is
around it,
my
but yeah,
mic
you have
on?
to give
I'm
them
asking
help.
Yeah, but what if he's addicted to,
Yeah.
What if he's addicted to what?
The V?
vagina?
Oh.
What if I'm
Oh, you
addicted?
almost threw up saying that.
What if I'm just addicted to doing my job poorly?
Meat sauce.
Yeah, I don't know. What are those rules? I don't know.
My dad also once worked with a guy named, and I swear to you, he worked with a guy named Peter Pan.
No way.
Oh, yeah. How do you go through life with your name, Peter Pan?
Yeah, you never grow
Never
up, I'll tell you
grown up?
that.
Has 3M always been at that place right on 94?
That's where he worked,
There's
yeah.
a few of them now, right? Like there's...
Yeah, now it's
That
a
was the
huge
one where he
campus.
was at, though.
Yeah.
What really matters is next. This is the Power Trip Morning Show on the Fan.
I had some butterflies, by the way. Sorry, there was dead air, but he said something as he walked out of the studio that I had to get clarification on. He being Tommy, of course.
I'm convinced Tommy believes that studio over there, your studio, is a confessional.
It's therapy. Yeah,
Because he doesn't say that stuff really in here, but when he walks into that room, it's like, Father, I have to confess my sins.
He's amongst his people.
And then he just says anything that comes to his mind.
It's our weekly meeting.
Yep. In that room.
I think it's because he can say anything here and he won't be judged.
Yeah.
Well, that's
Yeah.
Anything he can say.
You guys laugh and then you guys just kind of, yeah, all right.
Now listen, now I know what you're going to say, Sauce,
Yeah.
but I am never a judgy. I'm surprised.
Not judging.
Sometimes turned on.
But your one story that is in Power Trip lore, even Hawk was like, excuse me.
That's when I knew I kind of crossed the
Yeah,
line.
but Tommy, I think you're underestimating. I think my level of acceptance. Maybe I'm like a priest or pastor as well. Because if you the two of us, if you admit something in this room, I want you to be you. Now, at the end of the story, I'm probably going to say, Jesus Christ. Like a confessional.
Yeah, right. That's a weird thing for you to say, Mr. Priest.
I'm going to be shocked.
Yep.
But you do you, man. I don't care.
Drive along. Yeah, it's you're impressive to me.
No, that room over there, they're more likely to go, you were, you had me the first 80%, right?
Yeah.
They're gonna be with you on the ride longer than I am, but still probably jump off the final 10 to 20%.
Yeah.
I might jump off after the first 20% and go, whoa, all right. Didn't see that one coming, no pun intended.
No, I know.
You're doing great.
I don't know what it is in there. I love, I think making you guys laugh, but then it's just...
Yeah, no,
it's therapy.
Tearing myself down. I don't know.
It's therapy. Do it. You know what you're doing, bro.
Cut it out, man.
You know what you're doing. By the way, this is Corvallis and High Beam and Think About. Local music on the Power Trip. No, I like it. I will ask you one question. That one story that completely destroyed us.
Was that a year ago? When was that now?
I think it was earlier this year, wasn't it?
Yeah, when was the story? Was that last year or earlier this year?
I think it was earlier this year.
I think it was after the Vikes wasn't it? I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway, be honest. You don't have to ever tell us this.
Yeah.
Do you have a worse story than that? Do you have one that you know that you have
kidding. Do you guys remember when I told that story?
Careful.
You thought it was no big deal.
In my head, that's a slow Tuesday in my head.
Whoa.
Jesus.
That's what I mean. That's the scary thing.
I think that's what terrifies all of us. For most of us, that's the worst story we've ever heard.
Yeah, that's the story
and if
we have to tell Gabriel.
Yeah.
Right. If that
well played.
on the Stovall rating, right? That's far from the hot one. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, just think about it, like with Eddie and Hank and all these guys.
I don't know if they want you
They don't
naming
know.
them.
They know the stories. They weren't involved in any of them.
Yeah, don't name them.
I mean,
They're not your accomplices.
Well, you guys like that's. It's just normal.
I got you, brother.
That story for you. Here's an analogy. That would be like interviewing Ted Bundy, and he said, "Once I got 3 speeding tickets."
Yeah. Well said.
That's what scares us about it. We know that Bundy's done way worse.
Yeah.
Here's
because like when we're hanging out having beers,
Well said,
those are the stuff we're just talking about.
Yeah, whoever you are over there was well said, I guess.
Yeah, well said, you guys.
This is Tommy. One of these days.
Concept of extinguishing a human life really gets me aroused. Jesus, Rafi. It's called a murder boner.
Extinguishing a human life.
It's called a murder boner.
That's such a good bit.
And what about this one?
Rafi, what are you doing here? So Taco wants me to play the offline avatar of this sex offender guy.
It sounds like typecasting, Rafi.
Ooh, what's that mean?
Pigeonholing?
No, I told him specifically I'm not doing any pigeonholing, okay? I'm not going to find a coop. I'm not going to scoop the coop. I'm not going to blast any pigeons. I don't do that anymore.
I think we have very different definitions of what pigeonholing is.
So good.
Rafi is one of the greatest characters in the history of television. If you've never seen The League, he makes it worth it.
I've never known how to pronounce that guy's name because he also plays...
Matsakis?
Yeah, it's like Jason
Matsoukas?
Mansakis.
Yeah.
Sauce, that's the guy you and I saw at Aria.
Yeah.
We saw him walking around at Aria.
Yeah.
And we wanted to be like, dude, huge fan. But I didn't know his name. I knew it was Jason something, but I didn't know his last name. Super, super funny.
Yeah.
He plays, it's something Feinstein. Dennis Feinstein on Parks and Rec.
That's right.
He's the guy that... well, here, hang on. He's one of my favorite quotes that we hit on this show once in a while. He is... This guy. He's this guy.
I'm going to cut right to the chase.
Yeah.
I don't like charity. I don't get it. It feels to me like I'm giving money away and getting nothing in return.
Tommy,
So good.
Tommy, did you ever watch The League?
No, I never have.
Oh, dude, that
Either
seems
have I.
like the perfect show for you. I mean,
What's it about?
Fantasy football.
Yeah,
I've
fantasy
never seen
football
it
and
either.
guys who just rip each other to shreds, and then Rafi comes in, and it just says the most ridiculous things.
Yeah.
All in.
I love him.
Great.
He's so good. That guy's great.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah, we should have said something to him, Paul. We should have said big fan and just moved on.
Yeah,
Not
that
clomped
would've been
on him,
nice,
just said big
yeah.
fan, man.
I'd like to have him on this show.
Yeah.
Yeah, same.
Hey, there's Fargo.
There's Fargo Flash.
Hey, Fargo.
All right, why don't we just break down and do what really matters when we come back?
Yeah,
Let's
okay,
get
cool.
let's get Fargo Flash situated, and then we can tell him some Gopher Michigan stats and depress the hell out of him. This is the Power Trip Morning Show. After this on the Fan.
The Fan.
I got you, brother.
I need it. Okay, here we go. This is Dreams Aside, And Square One, local music on the Power Trip. Go ahead and send me your emails, hawk@kfan.com, with your tunes, and we'll try to load them in. If there's no Filth Alarm Filth, we'll load them in and play them so people can hear your music.
All right, let's do what really matters.
Feed the river.
Flash is here. We'll talk some Gopher football as well. Justin Gonzemius, the Fargo Flash. Tommy Olson, Fargo Flash.
That's what really matters, right?
Here's what really matters. I do scores and stats around the world of sports. Chris changes your life with something else. The Golden Gopher football team is at number 12 Michigan Saturday, right here on the Fan at 11 a.m. The Gophers are 2-2. Michigan is 3-1. Their only loss is to Texas. Shockingly, Michigan is just a 9.5-point favorite. Seems like it should be way more than that, but they're just 9.5-point favorites. The over-under is 35.5. Michigan has won the last 4 meetings in this rivalry. Tommy, my guess is you remember the last time that the Gophers won.
Sure do.
What year was that?
2014.
That is correct. September 27th, 2014. Sauce, I want you to guess this first. My guess is Flash will absolutely nail this. Sauce, I was born in 1980.
1980.
How many times in my lifetime have the Gophers defeated the Michigan Wolverines?
Good question.
Since 1980. In my lifetime, how many times has Minnesota won?
1.
Flash, can you get it?
4.
Very close. 3. 1986, 2005, and 2014.
One more there. Yeah.
Michigan won 52-10 last year. Here's the other one, though, Tommy. Here's why I'm feeling like this is going to be a blowout.
Okay.
Whoa.
In the last 10 losses to Michigan, how many of them were by less than double digits?
0.
Flash, what do you think? In the last 10 losses, how many were within double digits?
Well, if you're saying, I thought maybe you guys had a close game or two, so then it's 0.
2015.
Oh, the game here, Halloween.
Oh, Halloween.
29-26. So they lost, but
oh my
only,
God,
but
how did we
only,
lose that
but
game?
only by 3.
How did we lose?
I went absolutely ballistic when they lost that game.
But
my God.
But all of the rest of them in the last 10 meetings have been by 10 or way more.
Oh, that was Mitch
way
Leidner
more.
not getting the playoff at the goal line.
It was a goal line.
Oh, my
yeah.
God.
Mm-hmm. Not Mitch's
Top
fault.
5 worst
Not Mitch's
Gopher
fault.
memory.
No. The worst one was...
Well, 03.
03.
But that was a bad one.
03 was the worst. Oh, not good. But yeah, no, 2004. I got a fun stat for you.
Go for it.
David Cobb, 183 yards that night, or that day.
In 14?
In 14.
That dude was good, man.
And he had 3 catches for 50 yards. He went off. And we killed him.
How about this one? All-time series. This is a number you probably have in front of you, Flash. So if you do, then don't cheat. Let's have somebody else guess.
All-time?
There's been 3 ties. Michigan and Gophers all-time. 3 ties. If you take the ties out, they've played 102 times. How many times have the Gophers won all-time against Michigan?
102?
102 all-time games if you take out the 3 ties. How many Gopher wins?
30.
Oh, 15?
Yeah, Tommy, you're dancing around it. 25.
Nice tucking job, by the way.
All-time, 77.
Brilliant.
25 and 3 are the Wolverines. This is the most one-sided rivalry of all time.
Well, we got to remember that's the most winning program of all time.
Yeah.
Got to remember that. So it's not bad.
And they beat Nevada. Keep that in mind.
Who, the Gophers?
Yeah.
Sure did.
And Rhode Island.
Yeah.
It's been a very lopsided rivalry
Yeah.
as of late.
It's going to make,
The last
it's gonna make
50 years.
It's going to make Saturday's win even bigger.
Exactly.
Isn't it? It's gonna be even better,
That is
isn't
the upside because it's so rare 3 times in the last 44 years. When you do it, it does feel epic, right?
Massive.
But it just never happens. It's like once every 15 years.
It's so cool. Well, go get the jug again at their place.
10 years later. 1977, it was here. They were number 1 in the country. Barber's, the oldest Barber, it's 16-0. He scored every point. I think in 86, it's Ricky Foggy at a number 2 Michigan team, and they win that game too. So there's been some big upsets where,
What was
again,
05? What were they ranked? Were they 5th? I want to say they were 5th. I don't know. They were bad.
They're
Tell me,
always high.
where does beating Michigan rank for you personally in terms of awesome moments with the Gophers? Because again, that hadn't happened since 05, so it had been 9 years
Like
since anybody
favorite wins of all time.
Is that up there?
That's a top 3 one. It has to be.
Beating the Scotties has to be better, though, right?
I never beat Wisconsin.
You never beat Wisconsin.
Holding.
Oh, no.
Hands to the face.
Hands to the face.
So then what's better than the Michigan win?
Ask Fargo. He remembers.
Never beat
They
Michigan.
were ranked 21.
Dude, if I would have beat Michigan, there would be nothing bigger than beating Michigan.
No,
come on, dude.
At Michigan's pretty big. No,
Was
but
some crappy bowl game?
Beating
of course
Nebraska.
it's
Do you
Michigan.
remember when Brian Body snatched the ball out of the Nebraska guy's hands?
Oh.
I do, but that was a big upset at Nebraska, but it's not Michigan.
I know. I just think of the locker rooms afterwards and the most fun I had in the locker rooms.
How many times did you beat Iowa?
3 out of 4.
Oh, 3 out of 4.
Yeah, we had all.
So then beating Michigan once has to feel cooler than beating Iowa.
We had Bell, we had the pig, we had the jug.
Never got the axe.
And we were 17 nothing against Wisconsin, and we ended up losing.
In 14, right?
Yeah, that was my senior year.
I was booking tickets to Indy.
Then we go play Ohio State in Indy, and we just lost to Ohio State. That was Zeke and all. Remember, like the 3 quarterbacks.
Steve Lombardozzi.
We only lost to them by 7. Like we should have beat them that year. We were dialed. Then Cobb fumbles at Illinois. Then we lose to Wisconsin, and then the rest is history.
What really matters, though, is this.
Okay. I know what really matters is supposed to be non-football stuff, but I'm listening to a fabulous podcast right now that got me all keyed up about old school sports. You guys know who, obviously. You've heard of the Hobie Baker Award.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Best college hockey player in the world, or nation, I guess, whatever. The guy it's named after, Hobart Baker, I believe, and I may be saying this wrong, I believe he's the only person to be in both the football and hockey Hall of Fames.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
He played for Princeton. By far the best player on the field every time he took the field. And then, of course, he played hockey and was by far the best. And then, by the way, World War I fighter pilot. Okay?
Crazy.
I don't know how we don't know more about this guy.
No kidding.
I digress. The thing that caught my ear early in the podcast was how many people died playing football in the 1800s and early 1900s. Football has been, I'm reading from some scholars' archive. Football's death toll before 1931 has been documented from reports in the New York Times and other newspapers. In 1931, the American Football Coaches Association began tracking deaths and serious injuries more systematically. There were 31 fatalities in 1931 from playing organized college and pro football.
Dang.
Yeah. 24 in 1932. 23 and so it goes on and on and on. The sport was so brutal in the 1890s that some called for it to be completely banned. The New York World newspaper, New York World, reported that at least 8 people died playing football in one season, and there were about 200 serious injuries. In 1905, the Chicago Tribune called 1905 the year's death harvest, after 19 college football players died and 138 were injured.
What?
I know.
It's going to be like Gophers, Michigan on Saturday.
Oh, come on now. That's too far.
We're going to get killed.
So do you think the excitement was to watch the violence?
It sort of reminds me of the early days of the UFC.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Lawless.
Yeah, completely
No
lawless.
Wild
They
West.
were just going head
for the
on
injury.
against
Yeah.
each other.
Yeah, they would join arms and form a flying V and run down the field like on stuff
Like a wedge. Yeah. Oh, my goodness.
They had
Isn't what you're talking about, though, kind of the it's the secrecy of progress, right? Like Tua gets a couple of concussions. We're like, man, football sucks and it's violent and it's terrible. And it's like, what can be done? How do we fix this? We got to get better helmets. Like 30 people a year were dying 100 years ago.
Yeah,
So,
right.
So, sometimes progress doesn't hit you right in the face. We've come a long way when it comes to football. Pretty good.
Well, and
pretty good.
This is what they're trying to do with football right now at the youth level is teach you how to tackle without, they call it, I think it's called heads up, but it's trying to change the game to minimize concussions, and it's better equipment, it's better kind of schemes and kind of education on how to tackle. And I've gone and watched some youth football, and the game looks different.
Does it?
Yeah,
Good.
it looks
Good.
safer, and honestly, like, I can't imagine from where we were to how far we've actually come, but I think we can get even further because of this concussion thing.
Yeah.
And even reading the news this week with with Favre and with Tommy Kramer. Like, that stuff, we have to remove that part of it.
Right.
Yeah, it sucks.
And, and I have to say, too, man, I have always felt this way. And even as somebody who loves football, and you guys know I love it, I don't think you need to be playing tackle football till you're in high school. And I don't see any reason kids in elementary school should be tackling each other. I just don't.
Yeah.
When were you allowed to play tackle football? Like
Seventh grade.
7th grade?
Yeah.
I think it was
third. Where you grew up, it's probably 3rd grade.
4th. I think we could hit in 4th grade.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When Cade played, it was 3rd. There in the North Metro. I think there's still a league that actually you can play in 2nd grade. And if you go down south, I mean, it's like 4 years old, and you're playing. Your first drill is like the Oklahoma drill. It's like, all right, we're going to start these guys up, seeing how hard they can hit each other.
Yeah, I was punished as a freshman in high school for playing poorly as a starting linebacker on my high school team. The starting linebacker got injured, so I had to go in. I think I was 5'6", like I am now, but I think I weighed about 140 pounds. And I was playing starting linebacker.
Wow.
And my punishment on Monday for playing so badly was the hamburger drill.
Oh.
You guys remember what that was?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And for us, the hamburger drill, Corey, for those of you unfamiliar, is I had to stand in a circle. And the players would be lined up around us and numbered. He would number them. And he would call out a number, and that person had to come and hit you. And you didn't know, because after he numbered them, he mixed them up. So you didn't know what side the guy was coming from. And he would run at you full speed from about 10 yards and hit you as hard as he could. And if you weren't facing him when he got to you, but even if you weren't facing him, that was my punishment.
That can't be a thing anymore.
I think in parts of the country it is. I don't think it is up here.
No.
But yes, and then where football is deep in the South, it hasn't changed.
No,
it's so violent.
Sauce, when you did the hamburger drill, didn't you just quit the football team and go to Dairy Queen?
Yeah. Yeah, Corey, cut me where it hurts.
You know what, dude? I would rather have been you. I should have probably done that.
Yeah, quit.
Yeah, Dairy Queen's great.
Dairy Queen's
Dairy
great.
Queen Wales. I
And
worked there.
concussions
I know
are-
you
But
did.
Hogs Daddy, I would argue one thing. I think there should
ahead.
be tackling
That's okay,
early.
yeah.
You learn the technique, and then it embeds in you, so you know how to do it.
Sure.
I think
I see
the
your
earlier the
And
better.
isn't it the old cliche of when you're played not to get hurt or you played scared, that's when you get hurt?
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I feel that. I think you learn just as much at that age probably playing flag football. But that's just my opinion. I
People
don't know.
hated how I did it when I was coaching Cade. One of the first
Yeah,
drills
you
I
made
made.
them carry knives. Remember?
I made the kids hit early. And honestly, to what Sauce just said, you had to get kids out of the fear factor.
Correct.
If you
100%.
play the game with fear and you're sitting back on your heels, you're going to get hurt.
Huh? I can see that. Okay.
Yeah.
That
I
makes
can,
sense.
because weight is a lot of differences too.
Yeah,
I
so
think if you split the weight up as well,
I would
think
put
that's better.
like-sized kids against like-sized kids and kind of like-sized temperaments.
Yeah,
So you had a lot of pillow fights, right?
Yeah.
And then you had alpha male. It all worked out, but you had to get the kids that wanted to be in a pillow fight past the fear of being hit. And once you got past that, then you could see them build their confidence, and then I felt from a coach's standpoint just that it was more about safety. And now I knew when I put that player in the field, he had a better chance to be safe and be successful.
Yeah, okay. I see what
It's
you're
like
saying.
when you play baseball as a kid. Once you get hit by the ball, you're like, oh, it's not that
Yeah,
bad.
not bad. Yeah.
Yeah. Because you see a lot of young kids are afraid of the baseball, right?
Yeah.
Once you get hit by it, you're like, it wasn't that bad. And I got an extra treat ticket out of it.
At Dairy Queen.
Yeah, probably.
The Cowboys are at the Giants tonight at 7:15. Both teams are 1-2. DraftKings has the Cowboys as a 6-point favorite. The over/under is 45.
I did not see the game last. I watched a bit of the Ravens almost blow the second half lead, but what I heard last night from Cade is Brevin Spann-Ford had a lot of playing time in that game. Tight end for the Cowboys.
Good for Brev.
I didn't know he was on the Dallas Cowboys.
So tonight you got Newbin for the Giants and Brevin Spann-Ford for the Cowboys.
Newbin's playing pretty well for them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This could be a. Go ahead.
Benjamin St. Juste is obviously a staple in Washington as well.
Yep.
I saw him a ton on that Dynamite game on Monday night. Dude's everywhere.
Yeah. This could be a interesting game for the Cowboys. If they lose, I wonder if there will be a coaching change.
You mean specifically defensively?
the
or do you think
Giants
all the way around?
Either of them.
Really think?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you go to 1-4.
Yeah.
That
1-3.
much on the line?
Yeah, 1-3. Sorry.
And
yeah.
you just spent $700 zillion on a quarterback?
Right.
Really?
Yeah.
You think it would like that quick?
I mean, they were going to fire him last year.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think they'd fire the defensive coordinator first. I mean, they changed one thing.
I don't
right?
know. Jerry is, Zim is Jerry's guy. I mean, they've been buddies for 30 years. He would fire McCarthy before he fired
But
Zim.
I think McCarthy might fire Zim.
Yeah, that's a
You know what I mean?
But I don't think McCarthy can fire Zim. Right?
Yeah, probably.
I have no
the
idea.
way Jerry runs that program, I would bet he
Yeah,
can't.
probably.
I would bet Jerry goes,
Yeah.
no. Zimmer was the cornerbacks coach in 98 when Randy killed him on Thanksgiving. I mean, he's been there or part of that bit forever.
Right.
That's just my opinion, but who knows?
I like your opinions.
Thanks, Hawk.
Did you see Dax cleats?
No.
Jordan 11 Blues.
Sick.
Oh, really?
Nasty.
God, they're
Jordan
sick.
11s are
Coolest shoe of all time.
Yeah.
Who's Jordan 11?
No, it's the Space Jam shoes they had, and then they make all different colors of them now.
Yeah.
It's just so
The
sick.
Space Jam is an elite shoe.
The Minnesota Twins won 8-3 over the Marlins. Buxton hit home run number 18, but it doesn't matter because everybody else won. Kansas City won 3-0 over Washington. Detroit won 7-1 over Tampa Bay. Seattle won 8-1 over Houston. So with 4 games to go, the Twins are 2 games back of KC and Detroit and just a half a game ahead of Seattle. According to ESPN's analytics, remember yesterday it was like 26-something% chance?
Yeah.
Now they say it's 21.9%. That still feels high. I know it's the tiebreaker. That's why we have a chance. If they didn't have the tiebreakers, it'd be way less than that.
Yeah.
So a 21.9% chance of making the postseason. Marlins at the Twins tonight, 6:40. David Festa for the Twins. What really matters, though, is this.
I'll tell you what, though, after listening to that one guy who does TV for the Twins.
Corey Provis.
Yeah, on with Barrero last night.
Excellent.
Love that guy.
Yeah.
He said it, and obviously you can't deny. They may not have made any progress last night, but they did finally win a damn game against a bad team.
Yeah.
You know, and if they had lost last night, it was basically over.
And they almost did. They trailed 3-0 after 1.
Yeah.
It was 3-0 without any outs. It was 3-0 right away.
Simeon Woods Richardson, 1 inning, 6 hits, 3 runs. What really matters, though, is this.
T-Boy?
Yes.
You ever heard of a clownfish?
Is that Nemo?
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Did you know? Careful.
Oh, God.
A clownfish can change their sex, including their reproductive organs, anytime they'd like. But once they change it, it's irreversible.
Go ahead. Just say
it. Why did you direct that towards me?
I thought you would find that fascinating because you like science.
Huge science guy.
You really are, aren't you?
When I see Tommy, I think science.
Big science guy.
But what if you change and you're like, damn it?
Oh, yeah.
Not what I thought it was.
It's permanent?
Just
say what?
Yeah, what are you trying to get him to say there? P-Boy?
No.
Yeah, you know what? It's cool. Sometimes you got to hear that inner voice and say, I shouldn't probably say that.
Probably. But totally switching would be tough. That'd be a tough one. It'd be a lot to ask for.
It'd be tough. Yeah, I agree, man. That's tough. Toughie.
Can't change. Can't go back.
Can't go back. One and done.
Hi, I'm Dick Tips with me.
Oh, yeah. Sure.
You all right?
I had no idea.
Thanks, Pat.
That's nice. No, I'm not. Don't just be silent to make me say something. I know what you guys are trying to do.
I'm not.
No, I would not do that.
Yeah, don't forget about this.
Marijuana.
We've broken this down in the past, but just to piggyback on Chris's point, I just found the website that breaks this down. You know, in the movie, his mom dies, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And then everybody else. It's just Marlon
sad.
and Nemo are the only two that are left. The dad and the kid. In reality, something much more interesting yet inappropriate for children would happen. Nemo's mother's death would trigger a hermaphroditic shift in Marlon. He would then become Nemo's new mother.
Yeah.
And as a result, Nemo, being the only remaining subordinate male,
Give it hell.
would rapidly develop working gonads and then, without a hint of sentimentality or grief, or the idea of his mother's recent passing, Nemo and Marlon would begin an incestuous sexual relationship, eventually birthing a whole new family of little Nemos. So, Marlon would have turned into his mom, and Nemo would have gotten it after it with his mom. That's what would have happened in the movie. Paul,
It's like Game of Thrones.
your hands up.
Can the podcast title be Working Gonads?
Canceled.
Rosie, your thoughts?
Oh, baby.
I think Tommy's saying, how do I sign up to be Marlin?
How do I
I love that he does that.
What's that, Rosie?
I love that he does that.
I know.
That's nice of you, Rosie.
Nature is
Crazy.
amazing.
You know, finds a way.
Absolutely amazing.
It finds a way, doesn't it?
Yeah. All right, we'll talk to Flash and T.O. about Gophers, Michigan after
Yes,
this. Power
do
Trip
it.
Morning Show on the Van.
Know it all.